the teacher librarian at Oxnard High School. You will also be hearing Ms. Tasuda, the teacher librarian at Channel Islands High School. She will be sharing as well today, in addition to all of our performers. Welcome to the 2021 OUHSD Poetry Slam presented by your teacher librarians. This year's theme is To My Future Self. The Poetry Slam had different rounds this year. So students submitted their poems, and the top 10 competed in round 1, where they entered their performances via Flipgrid, which you can still view on your digital library. And here we are today for our finals round, which is happening live. So thank you so much for joining us today. Again, our theme is To My Future Self. So all of the poems that you will be hearing today revolve around this theme. Just to go over some of the slam rules, poems are original works by the poets. Poets have a maximum of 3 minutes and 10 seconds to perform. The highest and lowest scores will be dropped. And poets may not use props, music, or other enhancements during their performance. So let's meet our judges. It's with great pleasure to introduce our judges from across the county, all with literary and poetry experience. First, we have Rick Castañero, who is an Oxnard-based literary arts advocate, civil rights leader, award-winning educator, and former League of United Latin American Citizens president. Vincent Jimenez is an Oxnard High School graduate. He was a finalist for the National Poetry Recitation Competition, Poetry Out Loud. He recently placed second in the Ventura County Community College Poetry Slam. Angelina Llanos attends California Lutheran University with the hopes of becoming a published author, as well as an English teacher. In high school, she won the Poetry Out Loud competition, both at the school and county level, and has since returned as a coach to mentor other participants. Since then, she has had several poems published, one of which was included in the 2018-2019 California Poets in the Schools statewide anthology, I'll Take This Word and Make It Mine. Llanos is actively engaged in her community and organizes a monthly poetry open mic with the Ventura County Arts Council in partnership with the Oxnard Public Library. Angelina is also the 2021 Ventura County Youth Poet Laureate. Genesis Perez is a queer Chicanx poet from Oxnard, California. They have been published in Scuff Diamonds, a collection of Ventura County poets, and Through Me You Will See, a collection of Oxnard High School poetry slammers. They won the 2019 Oxnard High School Poetry Slam. Perez is a poet of social conscience, dealing with sexual harassment, sexuality, grief, and the struggles of immigrants. Their poetry explores Chicanx culture, the struggles and joys of being queer, and mental health awareness. They were a featured reader in Mexican schools at Beyond Baroque in Venice, Los Angeles, and hosted the virtual event Save the Arts for the Elite Theater Company in Oxnard. Their book of poetry, Flash Photography, was released by Spitshine Publishing February of this year. They are a recitation coach for Poetry Out Loud. Perez currently attends CSU Northridge. Genesis was also the 2019 Ventura County Youth Poet Laureate. Caden Wild is a queer, disabled, multicultural poet and poetry educator pursuing deaf studies at CSU Northridge. He has been published in several anthologies, earned first place in multiple poetry slam competitions at the local level, and performed his work countless times, including at California Lutheran University and the majestic Ventura Theater. Thank you to all of our judges for being here today and giving up their precious time to help us with our slam. And now let's meet the poets. We have the top 5 poets competing today. Alexis Lopez is an 11th grader from ACHS. Derek Barnett is a 9th grader from ACHS. Haley Garcia is a 10th grader from OHS. And Maggie Ocampo is an 11th grader from OHS as well. And lastly, we have Leslie Lopez, who is an 11th grader at Oxnard Middle College High School. Welcome and congratulations to all of our poets for being here today. Alexis will be our first performer today. Alexis Lopez, this is Alexis Lopez's first experience with writing poetry, even though she has always found it so beautiful. Alexis plays competitive travel softball. She has a twin sister and a 7-year-old sister. Let's give it up for Alexis. I am going to stop sharing and she will turn on her camera.
Ready to start whenever.
Hi, Ms. Briggy. Let me know when you want me to start the stopwatch, okay?
So Alexis, whenever you're ready, Mr. Lopez will turn on the timer, okay? So just let him know.
Okay, I'm gonna start now. Dear future Alexis, I have so many questions, don't know where to start, but let me ask you this. Does your stomach still twist and turn every which way when you talk to someone new? Are you still doubting everything you said, even if it's someone you already knew? Maybe you said it wrong, maybe your voice was too high, maybe it's too deep, maybe whenever you talk to someone, they just want you to stop. My brain screams these thoughts miles a minute faster than a stopwatch. I know these negative thoughts will never stop, but sometimes I try to stick to the happier side of things. So maybe, hopefully, you're positive. Positive, you're happy, positive your life together, positively, perfect. But then again, what if you're not? I mean, you've done everything right up until now. It's your junior year, you're 16 years old right now, you have straight A's, right now you have a perfect supportive family, right now you can almost see the finish line, right now you can almost feel the hugs of praise and congratulations from everyone you've been trying to please. What could go wrong? I scream, please don't mess this up, please let it last. But alas, I'll never know when I've messed up. Till it happens, till I'm dumbfounded, till I'm caught off guard, till I'm caught red-handed. Oof, we got a little off track there. Stay positive. Future Alexis is smart, social, radiant, absolutely bursting with joy. Or so I hope. No, remember, to stay positive. Positive, your life together, you're happy, you're confident, you're the best you could be. Positive, there's nothing you've changed. I'm sure it's true, right? I mean, as long as you stay in line, keep your grades and give 110%, you're respectful, you're bold, you stand out, don't be too loud, though, don't share everything, though, but be honest. That's what it takes to be successful after high school. Or so I'm told. I mean, I'll never actually know until I graduate, though, right? Until you find yourself lost, feeling some sort of sorrow, but you just kind of shrugged it off, hoped it would rub off, ignoring it till tomorrow, day after day, saying tomorrow, until one day you find yourself reliving the same routine with a job you hate, no spice in your life, no time for friends, just an endless cycle, and you think, where did it all go wrong? Was it in high school? Maybe sometime in college. Or maybe I was just never true to myself. I mean, maybe I never wanted to go to college, but that's how people become successful after high school, right? Maybe one day you look in the mirror and don't recognize the person looking at you. You found a new person, the person they all want you to be. She gets straight A's, she gives 110%, she's respectful, she's bold, she always does what she's told. I mean, it's really getting kind of old. But it's worth it, it's worth it, it's worth it. It's worth it for that paycheck at the end of the week, right? That's all the long nights, endless hours of homework, working till it hurts, till your back is aching from sitting at a desk, hours on end. It's all for that cash, that stash, that stack, the money. Dear future self, I hope you became everything you wanted, and I hope you doubt yourself less. I hope you stop caring about the people who cared so little. I hope you found yourself, and I hope you were truly happy. I hope you did make mistakes along the way and you learned from them. I hope you did make lots of money and you were happy doing it. That's what I hope for you. True happiness. That's it.
Thank you, Alexis. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to give our judges a few seconds to score. Okay. Up next, we have Derek Barnett. Who is he? He is the grandchild of grandparents born in the 1940s. He is an active member of his book club and the Black Lives Matter movement. He is a future HBCU graduate. He is a future Oscar award-winning actor. All right, Derek Barnett is up. I'm going to stop sharing.
Hi Derek, this is Dale. Just want to do a quick mic check with you. If you just go ahead and state your name real quick.
Okay. Hi, my name is Derek Barnett.
Thank you. All right. Let me know when you're ready, okay? And I'll start the stopwatch.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Good to go.
Okay. Dear future self, do we still look for guidance from our ancestors and love the blackness of our skin? For it is the sign of our greatness in 2044. Dear future self, are we transformed by the renewing of our mind? If you think you can in 2044. Dear future self, if you see us on the street and if we smell funky, don't turn your nose up at me. You just walk on by, brother. You'll be better than me in 2044. Dear future self, did you get yourself some good education? Did you learn so you can earn? Did you get yourself some good education in your head? Stop trying to take these women to bed. Control your body so you'll be somebody. Cause anybody can be a nobody. Did you in 2044? Dear future self, does Black Lives Matter still matter? What matters in 2044? Dear future self, in February 2020, the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act was considered by the Senate. Has it passed yet? In 2044? Dear future self, do politicians have a solution or the resolution to stop homelessness and hopelessness in 2044? Low Derek, why 2044? Because my future self, I was thinking about 2042 because that is Jackie Robinson's number. But I decided to go for 2044 because Barack Obama is the 44th. Thanks, Big Derek. I am what I am. I do what I do because of you. Okay, I finished.
Thank you so much, Derek.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, let me share again. Okay, up next we have Haley Garcia. Haley is in 10th grade. Her favorite color is sunset yellow. She loves to read, draw, and bake. Here is Haley Garcia.
Hi, Haley. This is Dale. Just wanted to do a quick mic test. If you just go ahead and say your name for me real quick. Because I can barely.
I think she's
Oh,
muted.
she's muted. Yeah, no worries.
So sorry.
Okay, good. We can hear you very well. Okay, so let me know when I should start the clock, okay?
Okay, I'm ready. I pride myself on possessing rose-colored glasses. My glasses are the next big thing in fast fashion. It's bright, rich, psychedelic colors, tint the lenses in alluring rose color, plucking intoxicating moments as golden sunlight streams through the trees, lulling me into a hazy sleep. Thoughts drown in deep glistening colors of the ocean. My glasses spin golden sunlight, a gentle breeze, crisp fall leaves falling off a tree, every warm hazy piece painting a picture of a heavenly striking earth. So striking, a bare, dark, alien canvas is left unseen. It is a refusal to wake up when Earth's lungs, green and wide, gentle free spirits of the Amazon reckoning inside. Earth's lungs are brittle to human touch, strained of color, now only left with lifeless eyes, as my eyes catch another trendy green skirt. In for the day, out by tonight, a trail of tears escort the way to Bangladesh as green polluted water swallows weeping children's tears, marking a new trend as the green skirt master cries. Ocean blue water laps onto shore, breathing life into my senses as aquatic life drowns in plastic, but it's okay, we'll just cover up what's happening. The power of my rose-colored glasses was to never see the beautiful colors of light, only ever to fabricate Mother Earth screams for change, nothing more than a whisper. Please to take a moment and listen. Listen to the way the wind rustles through the leaves of a tree, because I'm sure if it could speak, it would surely scream, saying, please, I know you are blinded by greed, but open your eyes, you are killing her. And one day your streams will run dry, suffocating on the smoke, wanting to scream, saying, please, it is not my time. But with fire in her eyes, as she says, all you see is greed. Greed is why you will die. There is a world we won't acknowledge where the masses of greenhouse gases aren't even imagined, but the chopping down of trees means more green, more CO2 for our factories and cars, every meaningless thing. You can have it all, just sacrifice one thing. Earth and all her animals extinct, every tree chopped down for finer things. world on fire, fueled by the rage and suffering of Mother Earth, not only for her, but for her children suffering too. For what did they do to deserve this? Nothing. This world never solely belonged to us. We were just the caretakers, and we have failed. My rose-colored glasses fill me with greed and denial, but I am not the only one wearing rose-colored glasses. Dear future self, your water may still gleam and wildlife not extinct, but for how long? Do you know your beautiful colors stain the stream? Are you listening to Mother Earth, please? Because the world is bursting at its seams. There is still time to change our ways before the streams are filled with mankind's evil ways. Change is the only way. So let's start today. Dear future self, are you awake? Okay, we're done.
Thank you so much, Haley.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Okay. This is Maggie Ocampo. This is her 3rd year participating in the Poetry Slam. Welcome, Maggie Ocampo.
Can I just start?
Can you get a little closer, Maggie? I don't know your volume.
Yeah, I just wanted you to like be able to see like, oh yeah, you can see my hands. Okay, so I think I'm good. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, hi Maggie, this is Dale. Just want to let you know that it's a little hard to hear you.
Okay. Maybe if I put in my earphones, that'll work. I don't know. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, that's a lot better. Thank you.
Okay.
Go ahead and no problem. Thank you for that. Just let me know when you're ready for me to start the clock, okay?
Okay. I'm ready. I am a poet. I write when my heart break, and the people just love when they could really hear your heart ache. But today, if it's okay, I don't want to write a sad poem. I don't want to write about my trauma and tell you that it's beautiful, because sometimes, most of the time, it's complex and life is messy. As we all know, nobody cries when we cry. Nobody stops when we stop. The world keeps on moving, whether we want it to or not. Life will go on. 365 days a year, and each of those days, every breathing hour, minute, second has shaped me, made me Maggie. So I don't want to write for an audience and paint them a pretty picture when no one did that for me. I want to write to the person who wiped away all of my tears. I want to write to the person that got me off that cold floor and told me that I was going to get through it. I want to write to the person that fought off all of those voices telling me that my presence on this earth has no meaning, the one that fought for that place that got me through hell and back so I could finally experience heaven. The one that I used to think was my enemy, but I now see as the person who got me through the pain that no one else could see. This is for you. I love you, Maggie. Every year that I thought I couldn't get through, I had you.
I gave you my childhood fire, that painful transition from child to adolescent, when I thought that I had lost everything, and all that I thought I knew was something else, from believing to being deceived, when I started seeing in gray and realized that the world didn't work in black and white, when I sat behind that closed door, I wanted to be engulfed in the flames, full of the smoke in your lungs. With every blood, sweat, tear that you shed, you put it out, even when you could barely breathe. Every time I told myself that I couldn't fight anymore, you reminded me that I needed to, so I did. When I was left nothing but soot and dirt and thought that I had lost it all, moment by moment, you restored what was there before the natural disaster, and it turns out that the only thing missing was me. So to my future self, I hope that you love me just as much as I love you, or at least as much as I am trying to. Maggie, I know that you know this because you're me, but I hope that all of this fighting has finally set you free. I hope that you have grown into your new skin, because the old one was singed from a time when I wanted to destroy myself. Now what is left is scars, but I hear you whisper to me that that just means that I'm healing. So I hope that when you look at your wrist, you see that life's a gift, because I am learning every day that it is to breathe, to see, to love, and even to lose. Okay, thank you. I'm done.
Thank you so much, Maggie. Thank you. Okay. Our final performer today is Leslie Lopez. Leslie Lopez is an aspiring poet who strives to express herself through different mediums. Inspired by past experiences and the uncertainty of the future, she shares her thoughts, feelings, and perspective to those who are willing to understand. Here is Leslie Lopez.
Hi, Leslie. Can you do me a favor and just state your name real quick? I want to do an audio check.
Hello, my name is Leslie.
Thank you. Let me know when you're ready and I will start the clock, okay?
Okay. Okay, it could start now. It is the blessing of the heavy winter rain, these seedlings harvested from our garden of hollies red and plain. For the gift of living, my parents paid 365 nights and 365 days, planting strawberry roots with cracked hands. It is in this difficult tale of fear, despair, hopeless labor. We were born from the freedom they never could grasp with two empty hands. Determined, independent woman. Have you hidden the precious opportunity deep in the dry soil, starving for a single drop of change, nothing familiar but your birthplace? Have they continued to destroy our land worth less than the need for petroleum and healthy forests? Painting our clear skies in black coal marker, fading oceans when we can no longer meet their reflections. Is our existence actually the solution to man-made disaster when we have polluted and corrupted our environment? At 5 years of age, I do not yet understand the dangers of the world, but they have warned about these hidden realities. The pressing shoves mold you like the blueberry-scented Play-Doh I used to pinch and knead to make stereotypical shapes and famous figures back in kindergarten. They forced us into the perfect little child, sticking a pastel label on our blue hearts, scanning the price tag of living how I want to be. Our small hands hold your future responsibilities. You are not free of the mainstream purpose, and this is my burden. Confident, independent woman. Have you escaped that narrow pathway for success, roaming outside the cage lines with your vibrant neon crayon, screaming when you are demanded to remain in place, the prisoner of a broken personal economy? Have you found solace in the good morning from the sleep-deprived minimum wage worker at the $1 million store when they spill 10 shots of biased coffee, crossing yet another blank name from the strangers you will never see again? Is our existence actually advocating for the daydream of fair life when we transform our own people? Bright, independent woman, capable of imagining a society where respect, love, and happiness are key. Am I locked in the ideal tower of normativity, drowned by the declining resources, overwhelmed with the separation of the population? Do you not feel the kindness as I observe the world around me? I hope you are someone better and already the person I wanted you to be. Tell me, my future, independent woman. Is it a certain inescapable end? While you exist in this current future dream, I am exhausted from worrying about your life. I will soon construct this reality you have kept alive. Thank you.
Thank you, Leslie. And Ms. Tasuda is going to take over.
Hi, everyone. This is Ms. Tasuda Nelson, teacher librarian at Channel Islands High School. And while the judges are tabulating and scoring, we'd like to take this opportunity to give a special shout out to all the people who helped make our event happen today. All the Oxnard Union High School District students who bravely submitted and performed their poems, all the teachers and faculty who helped promote the slam and support the libraries, to our superintendent, Dr. Tom McCoy, for financial support and being a constant advocate for student voices, our chief technology officer, Reina Bejarano, and director of instructional support services, Marianne Ramos, for help with messaging, for coordinating our messaging and prizes and promotion. To Teo Lopez, our web and multimedia coordinator, for helping us set up all this tech and streaming that we're using today. Mr. Fernando Salinas, our Oxnard Union resident poet, for facilitating our bi-weekly poetry workshops and working directly with the students. To Mr. Peter Wachtel for designing our amazing 2021 Your Poetry Slam logo. Mr. Jay Sorensen, the coordinator of EdTech, for all of his tech support today. And Mr. Daniel Cook, the Camarillo High School music director. The music we enjoyed during the slam today was brought to us by Adolfo Camarillo High School Music. Thank you so much, Mr. Cook and students, for your artistry and contribution to the 2021 Oxnard Union High School Poetry Slam. And please join me in welcoming Mr. Fernando Salinas, our resident poet. Born in Los Angeles County, Fox Hills, California, Fernando Albert Salinas received a Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing with an emphasis in entertainment from Full Sail University and a Bachelor of Arts in English at California State University, Channel Islands. He is on the board of directors for California Poets in the Schools, the Ventura County Area Coordinator, and a Master Poet Teacher. He is also an adjunct professor of English at Ventura College, the Ventura County Area Coordinator and recitation coach for the California Art Council's Poetry Out Loud program, and the editor-in-chief for Spit Shine Publishing. As Literary Arts Program Coordinator for the Ventura County Arts Council, he focuses on enhancing the presence and appreciation of poetry and the literary arts, raising awareness of the power of literature, poetry, and the spoken word. In 2012, Salinas initiated the Groundswell Committee, a small collection of local poets with the support of the Ventura County Arts Council, and created the county's Poet Laureate program. In 2018, he implemented a youth Poet Laureate program for the county. His written poetry has appeared in several publications, including Askew Poetry Journal, Solo Poetry Journal, Miramar, and Lummox Press. He has performed his spoken word internationally. To learn more about Mr. Salinas, visit his website at www.fernandoalbertsalinas.com. And we have a special presentation from Mr. Salinas.
Well, hello. I had no idea you were going to read that whole long bio. I'm so sorry that you had to do that, but thank you for doing that. Thank you for sharing that with me. First of all, let me just congratulate all of the students that have participated, including those who submitted their work and weren't selected as finalists. Their work was also very powerful, and I encourage them to continue their writing and their performing and their sharing. But wow, the poetry we've heard already just makes me want to go back and select a whole new set. I'm just blown away by the power of the youth. I always am, though. That's why it's so important to me to create platforms and provide access to different ways for them to be heard. My shirt, let me pull up my shirt. Yep, that's my new book. I have another one coming too, but it's the Misadventures of the Barrio Boys of Guadalupe. All right, I'm gonna get right to it. The theme, as you well know now, was a letter to my future self. And as a poet, I would love to perform every single poem, but I thought I want to just share some of my regular writing too, and not poetry that's written for performance. So I'll give you a bit of a variety. But this poem comes from the perspective of, how shall I say? It is a poem written for me to read in the future. So the title of this poem is Psychopomp. And basically that term means the spiritual guide of a living person's soul, or a guide of souls to the place of the dead. I am not one who can answer the screech of my mother. She cries for me in silent flight, ghost white and distant as stars, velvety feathers split night. I often hear her hiss beyond my weakened sight. She will not be answered. I am not the darkness, may not touch her heart-shaped face. I am not the air, may not lift her soft fringe of wings trailing edge past pale moon. I am not the sky where she is embraced by endless expanse. I will not be more darkness. This is kind of more of this poem that I'm going to read now. It's called East Silver Spring Elementary School. I want to say that very clearly so you know exactly which school I'm referring to and where this happened. As a poet, of course, we need to tackle current events, acknowledge and highlight incidents that need to be considered and conversations need to be had about them. So disclaimer now, if this poem offends you, then I did my job, I suppose. Nobody's saying nothing about the white lady that let the 5-year-old boy wander off campus. Tells the cops the cars don't stop at the crosswalk she watches him cross. Says it's not the first time she's watched him wander off. So the 2 police officers terrorize the black boy, call him a little beast, tell the 5-year-old he should be beat 9 times before he gets home. Officer tells the scared little 5-year-old black boy she's gonna ask his mama if she can do the beating. Officer tells the scared little crying 5-year-old black boy, nobody wants to hear you cry. Nobody's even listening. And the police officer reminds him, this ain't your world, little 5-year-old, little black boy, little beast. And nobody's saying nothing about the white lady that let the 5-year-old boy wander off campus. Tells the cops the cars don't stop at the crosswalk she watches them cross. Says it's not the first time she's watched him wander off. Officer smiles at the white lady and says, this is why parents should beat their kids. Then grabs the scared little crying 5-year-old black boy by the shoulders, slams the scared little crying 5-year-old black boy into the chair. And this police officer that's bigger than any county fair prize winning pig starts screaming in his face. And it's taking everything for this police officer to keep from beating the scared little crying 5-year-old black boy. Oh my God, I'd beat him so bad, making smacking sounds, punching her fist into her palm, shouts in his face again so loudly, other teachers leave their classroom to see what's going on. Police officer says, they should put little beasts in a crate. Says she wonders how someone so small could act like this. And once the body cam is off, the scared little crying 5-year-old black boy screams louder than she did. And the white lady is blaming it on the mom. And the police officer's blaming it on the mom. Calls the scared crying little 5-year-old black boy a shepherd for the devil. Warns the scared little crying 5-year-old black boy, when you get older, when you want to make your own decision, you know what's going to be your best friend. The officer puts handcuffs on the scared little crying 5-year-old black boy's wrists. And when the mother walks in the room, she takes the scared little crying 5-year-old black boy's shirt off to show that the boy is not being physically abused. And the police officer says, that's the problem. And the white lady says, that's the problem. The police officer teaches the mother how to beat her son, but the mother tells them she doesn't want to. Yet the police officer insists, says, just don't use a weapon. Put your knee on his neck if you need to. Nah, he didn't say that. That was another police officer trying to teach a black man begging for his mother a lesson. Just don't leave any scars. Just don't have any witnesses. Make sure his hands are up and his back is to you before you shoot. Make sure you got a badge like this one on. No, I got it wrong again. That was another police officer disciplining a scared black boy wandering down the street. And nobody's saying nothing about the white lady that let the scared little crying 5-year-old black boy wander off campus, told the cops the cars don't stop where she watches him walk across the crosswalk. Says it's not the first time she's watched him wander off that way. Nobody's saying nothing because how could she have done anything wrong. She's always white. And I'll close this with this poem. This is kind of like me questioning time. I have been telling my students I have about 5,700 days left of life. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm living my life accordingly. This is 10 notes to self, a few things I may or may not have learned from others. 10. Nature is the objective reality. Evolve past the need for superstition, live naturally. 9. You are an artist of life. Create your reality. Your finest tools are inclusion and love. Base your morality on compassion and evidence. 8. Do not make a distinction between work and play. Regard everything that you do in life as play. If life is a game, ignore the non-player characters. 7. Stop trying to think outside the box to win. Some are still chained by the illusion of individuality. They want to share their chains with you, want you to sit beside them and yearn for commodified shadows dancing on cave walls. They are trying to define your limits, trying to create dependency, box you in. It serves their egos. Therefore, exceed their expectations of you. Stand together as one. 6. Remember, you, me, us, we are all instances of the same life. Reminder to self, there is no box. 5. The past does not exist. It is a compilation of distorted memories and limited perspectives. You are not suffering life. You are suffering a vivid sense of memory and a fantastic imagination. 4. Do not plan for a future, which when you get to, and it becomes the present, the gift, you won't be there to appreciate because you are planning for another future which is yet to arrive. Receive the present, the presence, the gift, the fruit of past. The now is sweet, exquisite. Enjoy it. Visualize your future so vividly it becomes your memory. Your future is your past. 3. Forgive me. I am unconditionally in love with the world. It has taken my lifetime to truly love life. Certainly, you understand how complex this emotion can be. Tearing up while brown eyes cradle the raspberry gold of sunrise, allowing my skin to press back against daylight's warm kiss, cheek-sore grins at nectarine moons that match the soft purple jacaranda trees bursting from sidewalks beside city streets. Then more reasons to smile at moon when she's rose pink or sapphire blue. Mind soaring through the beauty of dark vastness, finally wise enough to distinguish planets from stars. Let her, the moon, be a reminder that you do not need to possess all that is beautiful. It is fine to admire from afar, okay to love strangers. I embrace air with held breaths and then release the gift. I am unconditionally in love with the world, although I am old enough to know how all love ends. I want to receive, embrace, release, and give back while I am here. 2. Do not misunderstand me. I do not love the human or otherwise suffering brought on by politics and dogma, nor brutality, poverty, racism. Yes, the world is flawed, but I love it. I unconditionally love life. The world will not be tomorrow what it is today. 1. Live. Live your life. Love your life. Thank you. I am proud of you. You are amazing. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for listening to me. I'm sure you're all excited to hear who's going to win this poetry slam. So I will turn it back over. Thanks again.
Thank you so much, Mr. Salinas, and thank you for mentoring our students. We're very, very blessed to have Mr. Salinas a part of the OUHSD family for the last 5 years. In this way, though, he's finally, you know, there's been a lot of negatives to being in this pandemic, and at least one of the beautiful things that have come out of it is that now students from across the district have access to the poetry workshops, whereas Mr. Salinas was only serving OHS. So thank you, snaps to you. Thank you so much for your continued support of the OUHSD students and the youth and their artistry and amplifying their voices. So thank you.
Thank you, Jen. I couldn't do it without you. And
No,
I hope everybody knows that. So thank you.
Thank you. So it's about that time. So Ms. Jasuda is going to project. And just to clarify, I double checked the math. So I went back through and we have our top 3. Before we go to that slide though, I know Mr. Salinas said this. Thank you to all of our performers, all of the students that were brave and to put their work out there, many of them doing it for the very first time. And I'm just so impressed with the courage and the honesty and the artistry that was demonstrated, especially under these circumstances when we don't get to see each other. And I hope that the slam provided some sort of connectivity with each other as an OUHSD community. And I hope next year we'll be able to have a full house in the PAC and we'll get to have that live audience. But thank you to everyone who made the slam possible, including my teacher librarian colleagues. Thank you so much. So without further ado, here are our winners. So in 3rd place, we have Leslie Lopez from Oxnard Middle College High School, our 11th grader from Oxnard Middle College. We have our 2nd place winner, Haley Garcia from OHS, 10th grader, and our 1st place winner, Maggie Ocampo, OHS, actually in 12th grade, not 11th grade. But thank you so much to our winners. And to everyone, it's so important that all of you, none of this would be possible without your participation and without your courage. So thank you so much. And I will be in touch with every single participant regarding prizes and certificates. So all 15 slam contestants, everyone who participated in some way, shape, or form will get published in the Poetry Slam anthology. The top 5 have competed today, and so we have 3rd place will receive journal, pens, gift card, and school spirit gear. 2nd place will receive journal, pens, gift card, and also spirit gear. And our 1st prize will win an Acer Iconia tablet and school spirit gear. So thank you again to everyone. Thank you for tuning in live to our first ever distance learning version of the Poetry Slam and our first ever district-wide Poetry Slam. So thank you so, so much for your participation and your continued support of your libraries in the Oxnard Union High School District. And congratulations to our winners. Yay! Congratulations to everyone really for being here. Thank you so much. And as always, if you have any questions or concerns, you can reach out to all of your teacher librarians, and you can also find us on yourdigitallibrary.org. For all of the recordings, you can also see this on the website, and don't forget to subscribe to Oxnard Union's YouTube channel, where you'll also be able to find this live performance. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Have a great 3-day weekend.